Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I will be showing you guys how to print DTF transfers on the Pro Color machine. Now the machine that I'm specifically going to be using is the Pro Color F13 Pro. That's it right now in the background. So it is one of the bigger Pro Color machines, really simple to use and easy, and I'll show you guys exactly how we're going to get these transfers printed. All right guys, so first things first, you're going to need a Windows computer. Pro Color is not compatible with iMac. That was a bummer because that's what I'm used to using, but I did just go and purchase this probably like a year ago from Best Buy for like around $250. You're going to have to open up your RIP software. And sometimes it just gives me that error. I press yes. And then you're going to also open up the print software and press yes if this pops up for you. Now, once these softwares do open up, you will have to wait for the Pro software to open up in order for you to actually get into your designing elements in order to use the machine. So once you open up your RIP software, you will see this transparent background. I'm just going to zoom in so that you guys can see it. And this is where you're going to be adding your designs to. So there's a button up here that has like a plus sign with a picture. You're going to click that. Once you click that, it's going to open up to the stuff that's on your flash drive. And I'm just going to pick some random designs that I already have on my flash drive. Once you click it, it'll just start to have a loading button. And I'm going to pick a couple of different ones just so we can see like the vibrant colors that the Pro Color actually does offer. Okay, so to size your designs is pretty simple. You're just going to grab the edges of the design box. So you're going to see these little red boxes and you're just going to push in or push out to make your design bigger or smaller. And it does have a ruler at the top of the page and you'll basically be able to see, but if you click on your design, it'll also show you down at the bottom the size of the design. If your design is not cropped all the way in, it just tells you the size of the box. A little like tip that I like to do is just drag my design all the way to the edge where it starts at 0, and I could pretty much just zoom in and see how big that design is going to be. So just by zooming in, I see that this design is going to be around 5.5. I do want it to be a bit bigger, so I'll just make it bigger. So right now it's at about 7.5, and that's fine with me. I'll do the same for the second design as well. So once you have your designs sized up, I do like to move them down a little bit. I found difficulties with this machine whenever I had the design started right at the cusp of the transparent sheet. So just bring it down a little bit. And you may want to leave a little bit of space in between your designs because that's actually how close they will print on a Pro Color machine. Once you do that, it's a button up at the top, the last button, it says RIP. So RIP just means that like it's ready to print and go on to the Pro Color so that it can actually print and do what it's supposed to do. I keep all of these the same. Mine actually says 16 passes, so that works pretty good for me. I don't touch any of this, and then I just go straight to print. Once it starts to print, once you press print, it'll start to rip the design. And then once it ripped the design, it will actually print the design on the machine. So once this is done ripping, I'll actually show you guys what it looks like when the machine starts up to print. So as you guys can hear it, the machine is done ripping and it's actually initializing. So I know that it received the print. And now the machine is actually printing the design. It does push out a little bit of extra paper, so sometimes I do like to push that all the way back so that it can actually just print the paper that I have and I'm not wasting any. But this is the difference between the F13 and the F1800. This printer actually prints out a lot faster because it is the dual head one. So first it likes to print the color and then it starts to print the white, as you guys can see at the tip of the bow. Something else that I really like about this machine is you can see the progress of how much of the print is actually done. So you see it right here, it's a printing 47%. So it's 47% almost complete with the design. So there's arrows on the machine for you to go backwards and forwards. I'm just going to go I'm going to push backwards so that the roll starts to come out a little bit. And then I'm going to cut my transfers. And this is it, fresh off the machine, no powder. They look pretty good. Now it's time to actually cure these designs and get some powder on them. Alright guys, so before we even touch these powders, I would definitely say wear face protection like a face mask, just because these powders are really fine, so you don't want them in your nostrils or just in your airways. Protect yourself. Alright, so we have our DTF powders. If you didn't know, they come in two colors, white and black. I'm going to use white because I'm going to be using a lighter color garment. If you're going to be using a darker color garment, then you're going to use black. So once you get your designs printed, you're going to just take the powder and then throw them right on top of your design. And you're going to want to make sure it fully coats the design. Every part of your design has to be coated in powder. This is the adhesive that's going to actually make it stick to the shirt. And then you're just going to give it like a quick little like dust off so that it doesn't have extra powder. And then I'm just going to go and get the other design. And you're going to do the same thing with this one. Make sure that it's fully coated in the adhesive glue powder. So you might want to go back and forth probably like 4 or 5 times just to make sure that everything is covered. Okay, now we have to heat these up. So when it comes to heating, I do have a DTF oven. This is supposed to be attached to the machine, but I just broke them up separately for space. So I just put my design in here for about, I want to say maybe 50 seconds at 320 degrees. I shut this and then it starts to cook. I do like to check on the design and make sure that it's actually cooking fully. So what you're actually looking for is just like an orange peel. That's how you'll know that all of the design is actually complete and the glue is actually melted. It'll have like an orange peel type of look. All right, so let me show y'all again the look that you'll be looking for. Just in case, like, I know the lighting back there is kind of poor. You're looking for like an orange peel type of look on the back of the transfer. So this one is done, fully coated and good. This is what it looks like on the other side. Colors are really vibrant. I'm gonna show you guys the other one. Same thing, the colors came out really bright. And the back is given orange peel. So now we're gonna actually press these onto a t-shirt or a hoodie, whichever one I have, so I can actually show you guys how to press DTF transfers. So the first one we're going to be pressing is the one mental breakdown later. You're going to line this up on your t-shirt and then just press down. Alright, so this is not a hot peel, so I do have to let this cool down, and that's what I'm going to do. I like to just fan it. And I'll fan it for probably like 20 seconds. So like I was saying, I'll take it from one corner and then I'll just rip it up. So when I do that, it's just one easy, simple pull. So once I pull it, I typically like to do just like a little fill test, and it's really flat. But I like to give my DTF prints a second press, just because like the first one, I feel like it just tacks it down to the shirt. But the second one really makes sure that it's actually in the shirt and not going nowhere. So I like to do the same press. And then here we go. Let me give you guys actually like a close-up look of the design and the transfer. So same thing with this design. I do like to actually give the shirts just like a pre-press, just to get the moisture out of any shirts. Then pretty much same thing, line your design up, press out your transfer, give it about 20 seconds for it to cool down. You can also touch it to see if it's cool. Like right there, it was just entirely too hot. So I'm gonna just give it a second. And this is pretty cool now. And I'm just gonna pull from one edge and then just pull. Don't stop when you're pulling, just pull. And doing my fill test, it feels really flat. And then I'm just gonna give it that second press again. And there we have it. Alright guys, so this is the final look on the shirt. I feel like it came out really smooth, really vibrant. Definitely you can sell these transfers. You can put them on shirts and sell the shirts. This is the other one. Really simple. This took me all about 25 minutes just to get them printed, put up on the machine, and to actually print them out on the shirt. So DTF is really a fast process, and it's something that's easy to do once you have everything down pat. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Thumbnail time.